Welcome back again to Joe Stunner Boxing. We've just seen the towering inferno, Sebastian Fundora force Erickson Lubin to retire after 9 rounds, and thank God Kevin Cunningham in Lubin's corner pulled him out, because I've rarely seen a guy with a face looking like that. Lubin had clearly a broken nose, very, very pronounced the swelling was. Both his eyes were seriously swollen. I think the right eye was close to closing, and it looked to me like he had a busted jaw. So basically he was beaten up, and quite rightly Kevin Cunningham pulled him out. Now, the fight itself, Erickson Lubin coming back after that 1-round blowout versus Charlo. He'd had 6 wins in a row, and this was essentially an eliminator for one of the titles now, WBC title. So the first round, first of all, obviously you can't mention Fundora without talking about his size. He's 6'5.5" tall for an 11 stone, 154 fighter. That is incredible, absolutely incredible height. Previously he'd had, I think he's got a draw on his record, but he's never been on the floor. And he previously had shown a great chin, a great jaw. And he likes to, you see the guy talking. He comes across as being kind of like a college kid, very well spoken, very polite. Wears, those glasses, big sort of rather, I don't want to sound unkind, sort of geeky glasses. Is that, I don't want to insult the man, because that's not my intention. But, he just doesn't seem like a boxer out of the ring. He seems like some sort of tall, gangly, rather, cheerful character. In the ring, he's a bit of a killer with a very good jaw. And he, obviously with these long levers, he fires a multitude of punches. His output is excellent. For a guy who's that tall and wiry, he's very well coordinated. His footwork's not bad at all. Doesn't often lose his balance. So coming in, my prediction for this fight was that he would stop Lubin in 7 rounds. Lubin has shown a less than steel jaw. There have been rumours from gyms that he's a bit chinny. Got done in a round by Charlo, which is not, not the worst thing to happen. I mean, Jamel Charlo is a pretty big puncher. Maybe he just got caught cold. Well, in this fight, it starts off and they're having a look at each other and they're exchanging punches, and Lubin doesn't appear to be running. Now, in the second round, the pace gets picked up, and Lubin he definitely isn't, right? He's standing in front of Fundora and in the pocket and trying to exchange. Now, bear in mind, he's punching upwards, which is, it takes more energy than to punch level or downwards. So he's using up gulps of energy, and right at the end of the second round, Fundora's favourite punch is the uppercut with either hand, and he lands a terrific right uppercut right on Lubin's jaw, which puts him over. And Lubin gets up, is shaken. He knows where he is, but thankfully it's at the end of the round. Had it been a minute in and there was 2 minutes left, he might have got stopped. But he's sitting on the stool. Kevin Cunningham's giving him the right act. What are you doing standing in front of him? Turn him, spin him, give him angles, all that sort of thing. In the third round, you thought, if Lubin's legs aren't there, if he doesn't get on his bike, he's going to go over. But he didn't. He fought back, and to be honest with you, it was mildly surprising that Fundora didn't finish him off in the third round. And in the fourth round, Lubin started coming back a little bit. But the damage that he was taking, because Fundora's output is immense. He's constantly throwing punches. And it showed on Lubin's face, because like I said, suddenly the nose looked broken. It blew up. The swelling between the eyes was very pronounced. It spilled over onto almost around the whole of the eyes. When you get your nose broken, your eyes can swell up instantly. And you thought, well, he's going to get stopped, surely, or his corner are going to pull him out. But he carried on battling back. And in the 7th round, which was I predicted the 7th round for this. Now, 2 minutes in, I could not have been more confident that my prediction was going to come true, because in the 7th round, Lubin was on the verge of being stopped, even though he'd shown a ton of guts, and not a bad chin either, considering. he was getting battered. He was on the ropes. He was getting hammered to live in hell. And I thought, hang on a minute, I've picked the right round here. And then with a minute to go, it turned. And Lubin, maybe it was a last hurrah, maybe it was a desperation rally, but he started slinging punches like, whatever I've got left, you're getting it. That would seem to be his attitude. And suddenly Fundora is shaken. For the first time, this gigantic praying mantis is wobbling a little bit, like a big thin reed in the wind, you know. And Lubin does not stop throwing punches. He pushes, or batters, I should say, Fundora across the ring. Fundora is against the ropes, full-blooded, clean punches being landed, and bang, suddenly it's Fundora who's on the floor. I think it was the final punch, I think was a right hand, but Fundora, it looked to me like he took a knee, as if to say, you know, this is, what am I doing? Plus, bear in mind, he'd used up huge gulps of energy for the first 2 minutes of that 7th round. Somehow Lubin had survived that barrage, God only knows how, and had come back and put Fundora down. Fundora gets up, it's near the end of the round, he's fine. 8th round, Fundora comes back. I thought he won that 8th round. And Lubin, you know, was that a last hurrah? I don't know. He was still coming forward and throwing punches, but he was still getting beaten up. And my God, his face looked like chopped meat. Well, in the 9th round, Fundora really turned up the heat again. Continued this output of punches, which is like a conveyor belt of punches just coming at you, coming at you, coming at you. And at the end of the 9th round, thankfully, I mean, you could have perhaps pulled him out a round earlier, but he'd had Fundora on the floor. But at the end of the 9th round, Lubin's corner, Kevin Cunningham, said, that's your lot. As soon as he walked back to the corner, in fact, Cunningham was already on the ring apron, waving to the referee, it's all over, it's all over. No more, no more, no more. And if you care about fighters, you're going to be thinking, thank goodness for that. So a terrific fight with that 7th round. You got to see that 7th round. First 2 minutes, totally dominant for Sebastian Fundora. And then the last minute, he's on the floor from Lubin's rally. Amazing round. Good fight, good grueling, tough fight. Can Lubin come back from this? It's the type of beating that puts miles on the clock, takes years off your career, to be honest with you. But big respect to Fundora. Seems like a nice kid. Got a deserved win, good stoppage win. He learnt that maybe you shouldn't rely on your chin as your defence. Maybe you should keep your hands up occasionally, and maybe you should use some of those sort of God-given attributes, that sort of those long levers. Maybe jab a bit more instead of coming in close and just letting the punches go. But a good fight, a good entertaining fight. If you haven't seen it, try and catch it. What do you think if you did see it? Leave your comments below. I'd be interested to hear your opinion. But yeah, good fight, good fight. I don't think Lubin comes back from this to world level. Maybe I'm wrong. Fundora, this was an eliminator. He deserves a shot at the title. He wants to win with Charlo and Castano. I don't see any reason why he shouldn't get them. He's earned his shot as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, onwards and upwards for him. So yeah, let us know what you thought. Thank you for listening to this video and watching this video. If you're new to the channel, you could subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. Like I always say, it just takes a second to hit subscribe. Let's get the figures up a little bit. We're doing really well. Channel hasn't been going for long, so I'm really, really pleased. Thank you for all your support. I always thank you. I always thank you for your time. Even if you didn't like the video, thanks for tuning in. If you did like the video, thanks for your support. We're going to do some more videos. Boxing is what this channel is all about. Strip down boxing. Leave your comments. Like the video. Share the video. Be good. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.